Hello everybody, I am Keaton, and this is Kid Catholic Season 10, Episode 25, the season finale. Now, if you take a flashback to just a couple of episodes ago when we did our birthday episode, Greiner, my twin brother, by the way, we're having him on again, he suggested doing a video on the 7 deadly sins as SpongeBob characters and as Willy Wonka characters.
Yeah.
And I was initially opposed to the idea.
He was not having it, okay? He kind of roasted me on his YouTube channel. I'm not eating pickles today, sadly. Honestly, I just thought about it. But, whatever. The point is that he thought I was dumb. Me, being the secret genius that I am, knew that I was correct. And the commenters agreed, didn't they?
I got a lot of y'all saying that would be a good video idea and that we should do it. So for the season finale, I normally do something a little different, something a little fun. So this is what we are going to be talking about for this episode. So before we get into it, please subscribe, please like, and we have brand new merch out on the website. We have this sort of Kid Catholic 70s t-shirt, and then we have a tie-dye t-shirt as well.
And we have stickers.
Saint of the Week stickers. Yep, I talked about that a couple weeks ago. So please do go to the website, kidcatholic.com, go to the shop. So many awesome things on there.
And it's really great because I helped make it happen.
So, what do you want to start with, Greiner? Willy Wonka or SpongeBob?
Willy Wonka, because those ones are a lot more clear, whereas we're going to have to... Some of the SpongeBob ones are a bit more of a stretch. So, off the bat, characters in Willy Wonka that represent the 7 deadly sins. Off the bat, we have Augustus Gloop as gluttony. This one's pretty obvious. He's always eating, or he's thinking about eating.
The German one, right?
Yeah, he's the one that drowned in the chocolate river because he's always eating.
Right.
Oh, have you seen the thing where it's creepy because Willy Wonka, everyone perfectly, there was enough seats for everyone in that boat, but Augustus had drowned. So he knew that someone wasn't going to be able to get into the boat.
The boat that they took on the river after.
Yeah, so there's theories about him, but that's a whole other thing that we could get into. Second, Veruca Salt is greed. She's a spoiled brat. She gets everything she wants. In the musical version called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, there's literally a song where she's like, Veruca says mine, and she gets everything she wants.
Is that the one on TikTok?
I hate that you know theater songs from TikTok. So many people do. Waitress, all these things. Because it's like...
They're TikTok songs.
That's our thing. And then it's like, oh, that song from Waitress, that's from TikTok. No, it's When He Sees Me. And it was my favorite song. Third, Violet Beauregard is Pride. She's always boasting. She has all the medals. Her mom, literally the whole beginning thing is, look at all these trophies I have. Ooh, cool. I'm the best. Pride.
The next one, Mike TV. He is someone who I feel represents a lot of people in today's world. And he represents sloth, which is sitting around doing nothing. I think in the original Willy Wonka, wasn't it watching TV he was doing? And then in the reboot, they had him play video games. Was that it? Anyway.
We don't even count the reboot. The reboot doesn't count. The reboot
Mike TV represents sloth. That unwillingness, that laziness, that unwillingness to do stuff that so many of us fall victim to today when we live in a society that is full of distractions that we may not even realize we ourselves oftentimes act like Mike TV.
Sloth is my favorite animal. Okay, so here's where it's less obvious for those characters, but when you think about it, it still fits in perfectly. Charlie is lust because of his intense desire for the golden ticket and to have the chocolate factory, all of that, intense desire that is blinding.
And Grandpa Joe.
He's envy.
Yeah, because he wants... I remember the first time I watched Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, everybody really liked Grandpa Joe. I was never a fan of the dude because he was very envious of Charlie. He was very envious of the ticket. He was very envious of Willy Wonka.
And I think his envy is a bit more present in the newer version with Johnny Depp. Willy Wonka's wrath, he punishes everyone for their flaws. Deeper into wrath, he's like I just talked about, there wasn't enough shares. What is this man doing?
Oh, so maybe that needs a little more explanation.
He's getting
the
off
boat scene. The boat scene in Willy Wonka so they're on the chocolate river, right? Yeah, but I'm saying the boat that they take immediately after he falls into the river.
He falls into the chocolate river. They get on a boat, and there's enough seats for everyone.
Yeah.
What was that man trying to do?
Trying to get rid of Augustus? You think it was on purpose, man?
All of the kids.
Um,
They each got off one by
I'm
one.
not gonna lie. It's been so long since I've seen it.
They each go one by one, and it perfectly suits their weaknesses. Now let's get into SpongeBob the SquarePants. Both of these have musicals, coincidentally.
Right. So SpongeBob is lost because of his want for things, his want to be manager.
His also like need to make everyone like him.
Yeah. And then Squidward is Wrath. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. He seems kind of laid back in a lot of the episodes, but there are some episodes where he just gets
Wrath,
really mad.
because like he more so seems like very just annoyed, which like same, but he's Wrath.
Patrick is Sloth. That's probably the most self-explanatory.
He literally lives under a rock.
Yeah, he doesn't really go.
Pineapple.
Actually, probably the most self-explanatory one is Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs is greed. Like he says in the musical, money matters most. Does it? I think not. So it's that like need for everything, that greed, that like want for money over the expense of the other people. Like he wants money more than he cares about the other people in the show.
Slight added note, agree or disagree. SpongeBob SquarePants, the show overall, greatest cartoon of all time.
That is a bold statement.
It's a classic.
The original X-Men, though.
Okay, but you know the original X-Men as like a superhero cartoon. You don't know them as like a cartoon. You know what I mean?
I mean, they like invented the like up or previously on. Like that was literally invented by the X-Men cartoon.
But like, okay, can you at least admit it's top 3?
I just think it's a stretch.
Maybe, but I also haven't seen a lot of cartoons. To be fair.
So obvious one, Plankton's envy. The entire show, he just wants the Krabby Patty formula. He does a million schemes for the Krabby Patty formula. He just wants the formula.
He's envious of it, man.
He wants what Mr. Krabs has. He sees all the success and the greatness of Mr. Krabs, and he wants it himself. But the thing is, he doesn't just like want himself to be successful. When it comes to envy, is he wants to be successful, and he doesn't want Mr. Krabs to be successful. He wants to take that success from him.
That was deep, man.
That's when it becomes envy. I mean, that's just like a fact. It's not like, I want this, so you work hard and get it. Envy is, I want it, and you can't have it.
Right. This next one, I gotta be completely honest. I'm gonna have Greiner explain this one, because I don't understand how this one. Sandy Cheeks is Pride.
Well, she kind of thinks she's better than everyone the entire show. Because she's from land. She knows Taekwondo. She teaches it to everyone. She knows science. And, like, SpongeBob is stupid. So she has to teach him, like, that, like, boastfulness of thinking she's better than people.
I love how we're unironically going, like, pretty deep into SpongeBob and Willy Wonka.
So Gary is gluttony. He's a snail. All he does is eat. Like that. This one isn't even deep because he's a snail.
But snails don't necessarily always eat.
No, but he does. What do we see him do? He makes this sound where he's like, and he eats.
Sure. Okay, so the question everyone is dying to know. Which overall do you like better, Willy Wonka or SpongeBob?
Let's go by musical. So the musical's only redeeming quality is that Christian Borle was in the original cast. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
There's a musical called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
It was kind of lame. Like, the London one was better, but then the set was really stripped down. And, like, some of the music was good, but it really cut down lots of the original music, which, like, Candyman, amazing. So it was, like, kind of lame, except Christian Borle was in it, and he's kind of amazing. Whereas SpongeBob musical was really inventive and creative, and their sets were really cool. The way they used colors, and they didn't have them just, like, be in the costumes. They used colors to give us that illusion and remind us of the characters we know without having to, like, I am Squirrel. And instead it, like, makes some of the sounds, and they have cool sound effects. And it was really inventive, and the music was written by a ton of different pop stars, and it's honestly should be, like, a respected good musical.
Sometimes when he goes on these musical rants, I kind of just, like, tune out for a little bit until he's done.
That's how I feel when you talk about sports and Lord of the Rings. That's how I feel when they say, please be seated for the announcements. We've discussed it. What do you think you have to say about the 7 Deadly Sins, Kid Catholic?
Right. Well, something that I do want to make a point of with SpongeBob and Willy Wonka is, yes, it's kind of cool to see the parallels between the 7 Deadly Sins and the modern day sort of shows and movies that we all enjoy.
And it's very clear in like Willy Wonka.
However, that's what I'm getting to. I feel that they are a sort of good representation for stereotypes that we all fall into. Or sins that we all fall into, rather. Not necessarily SpongeBob as much, because, they're in the ocean. But I feel like with Willy Wonka, we could relate to a lot of these. Like I mentioned with Mike TV's Sloth, Willy Wonka's Wrath, right? We can relate to a lot of these. And so it's good to learn about the 7 deadly sins. It's good to learn which ones to avoid. Again, lust, wrath, sloth, pride, greed, envy, gluttony. It's good to learn about these, but it's even better to see it being practiced and to see someone portray one and understand this is what I have to avoid, even if it's a fictional character that you like. I don't know about y'all. I don't sit and watch SpongeBob and Willy Wonka and think, wow, they all represent one of the 7 deadly sins. But it is still a very good representation of that.
We all have things and traits like them, even if we're not like drowning kids in chocolate rivers,
right?
Yeah. And even if we're not like literally asking your dad for everything and being the brat that Veruca is, like literally getting every single thing she wants and only caring about what she has, and like all these, we don't all have to be Mr. Krabs to like have instances of greed.
That was deep, man.
Anytime I say something even close to what you say it's deep.
Well, it is deep. That was good.
Why are you the only person that gets to be deep around here?
No,
why is it anytime I'm deep, it's some shock? Are we scared?
No, it's
good. Do you think I don't have anything good to say?
No, it's good.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh my goodness gracious. So, thank you all so much for watching. Please like the video. Please click the red subscribe button down below. Please let me know what videos or sayings you'd be interested in seeing for future videos down in the comments down below. Please visit my website, like I mentioned earlier, kidcatholic.com. All of my videos are up there. My speaking engagements are up there. My shop is up there. My radio shows are up there. Please go check that out. Also, if you want to contact me to come and speak to your school, youth group, church, men's group, women's group, whatever it might be, I would love to do that. So please reach out to me directly at kidcatholic1@gmail.com, or go to my website, kidcatholic.com, email me from there to reach out to me about speaking engagements. I hope that y'all are having an absolutely wonderful summer so far, even though it's kind of nearing an end. And I hope that you guys have a fantastic Tuesday.
Also, make sure to check out the new Kid Catholic 70s retro merch. There's 2 different things. There's the tie-dye shirts with the Kid Catholic text, and then there's the Kid Catholic text with the, like, fancy, fun 70s design. They're both, like, the 70s retro vibe. Make sure to check those out.
So, I'll see y'all next week, and hi, Brielle.
Hi, Brielle.